try to enjoy. While I know the finish, oh, make you try to enjoy. Say kata kata uru no the finish, Problem in all the finish, make you try to enjoy. While I know the finish, oh, make you try to enjoy. Say kata kata uru no the finish, make you try to enjoy. Problem in all the finish, so make you try to enjoy. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. You see this life, I cannot kill myself. I just want to live my life, if I'm judging. I don't like bad, I don't go find your trouble. I don't like kasala, so far my money to double. As my money to pile up, oh, it make me happy, happy. As my money to pile up, oh, it sweet my body, body. The finish, make you try to enjoy. While I know the finish, oh, make you try to enjoy. Say kata kata uru no the finish, make you try to enjoy. Problem in the finish, so make you try to enjoy. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala. Luala, dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Problem in all the finish, make you try to enjoy. While I know the finish, oh, make you try to enjoy. Say kata kata uru no the finish, make you try to enjoy. Problem in all the finish, so make you try to enjoy. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. You see this life, I cannot kill myself. I just want to live my life, if I'm judging. I don't like bad, I don't go find your trouble. I don't like kasala, so far my money to double. As my money to pile up, oh, it make me happy, happy. As my money to pile up, oh, it sweet my body, body. The finish, make you try to enjoy. While I know the finish, oh, make you try to enjoy. Say kata kata uru no the finish, make you try to enjoy. Problem in the finish, so make you try to enjoy. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Make we dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala, yeah, Luala.
Good afternoon, everyone. How you all doing? This is What's Popping with Ebo on JC Radio. How you all doing? Good afternoon. What a wonderful, wonderful afternoon today. It's official. It's summer. Very, very sunny right here with us in Finland. What about you, wherever you are? Is it sunny? How you doing? All right, all right. Yes, we have a special guest with us, but meanwhile, we want you to enjoy the music. And we know that definitely you're going to get an exclusive interview right here, only on What's Popping with Ebon. And my humble producer is in the house, JC. JC himself, that's DJ Joe in the house. Yes, yes, yes. We would like you to call in when you can. And if you're calling outside of Finland, plus 358-4696-53299, or you can call, if you're in Finland, 046-965-3299. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. And I'll see you in a bit. Let's listen to this music.
Cannot kill myself. I just want to live my life if I'm judging. I don't like bad. I don't go find your trouble. I don't like asala. So far my money is double. That's my money to buy love. It make me happy. That's my money to buy love. It sweet my butt. The finish, we could try to enjoy, but I know the finish. Oh, we could try to enjoy. Sekata kata uru no the finish. We could try to enjoy. Problem is not the finish, so we could try to enjoy. We could dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala.
Is no wahala by the button. No wahala, no problem. That's what it is. How is it over there? Hope you don't have any problem on this beautiful Saturday. Okay, because there is no wahala with us right here on JC Radio, because we have a wonderful guest here. I'm telling you, I have been looking for him for a long time, and I know a lot of people have been looking for him. But before I bring him in, I would like to read some quotes, yes. And it's about relationships. You think, speak, and act towards others as you do towards yourself. Also, your external relationship reflects the one you have with yourself. If you are experiencing conflict, look inside at your inner battles. If others are interceding, explore your internal resilience, that where we find the harmony, joy as the integrity you clearly radiant. Wisdom reminds you that you are the company you keep. Everyone in your life is teaching you something, so look upon all your interactions as opportunities for insights and growth. This is the part of personal mystery. Affirmation is, I honor and accept everyone. How well do you honor and accept everyone? How well do you just let people be and let them be for who they are? I know it's very tough to do that, but we just have to learn to tolerate each other. Yes, if you learn if this kind of friend you want to keep, it's the kind of friend you want to keep. Keep and accept who that person is. Not at the end of the day when the person needs you, you're nowhere to be found. And when that person is, doing great in life, maybe making money, that's when you look for that friend. That is not a friendship. You have to be there when the person is down. You have to be there when the person is up. That is how we celebrate friendship. What is your own definition of friendship? I have my own definition of friendship. How well do you want to keep your friendship? How well do you want to keep positivity in your life and in your family's life and the friendship you keep? Let me not go in too much on this because we have a wonderful guest here in the house. Oh, there is a brother to me, let me tell you. This book, this thing I've been reading, do you remember? This is a gift you gave to me, and I'm really actually sharing it with everyone.
Oh, yeah?
Anytime I come on What's Poppin', because it's something that I actually, imbibes positivity in my life. So I want to share it out for everyone, and thank you for that. And I'm still using it up today. It's
Wow.
always by the side of my bed, which is really, really good. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our guest here. How you doing?
What's poppin'?
Yes.
What's poppin'?
This one is looking good, though. It's not even aging at all, I'm telling you. It's not aging. I didn't even see any white hair in his hair at all. I'm just telling you, this guy is living life. How you all doing? How you doing? How is life? How is it, baby?
Well, I've been all right. A little bit in the background nowadays, but, living life.
Living life.
Living life,
Yes.
most of all, I'm alive, thanks to God.
Yes, so. Yes, so.
Ebo Noluwa.
Yes, yes, so. Only you can call me like that. For those who don't know, he's an artist. Yes, that's how we got to know. And that's how I got to know him, and he got to know my family, And way, way, way back, we have done projects together. I trust his judgment. We talked together. All of a sudden, it just disappeared. So when it disappeared, I felt so bad a little bit, like, what's going on? Why will you leave your sister like that, So, but it was just so nice to connect with you again. And how you doing, Baby Joe?
Well, I'm all right. Like I said, I've been out of the scene, entertainment scene for quite a while. Those of you that do not know me, I'm an artist,
yes.
And event promoter.
Yes.
I've been there, seen it, done it, in the game with some of the best. So
yes,
we put up some of the best shows
yes,
in Finland.
Yes, so yes,
it's been a while now. I went out of the game because of various reasons, mostly the politics in the game. The politics in the game. I decided to take a break.
Yeah.
But I am back.
Yes.
Now.
Baby Joe is back. That is why I'm so excited, because I really, really have been, because the way you do your things is quite different, and which I really appreciate. Yeah. You always have touch to something, and when you do, I always know Baby Joe is in it. Why Baby Joe?
Thank you.
Why
thank
that
you,
name,
you.
Baby Joe?
Well, I got that name way back in school. It was a nickname. I was 13 years old.
Ooh.
And people just started to call me Baby Joe, and it caught on. And when I got out of school full time, of course, back in the day, like you said, or you mentioned something that whatever I get into, let it be with the people that I hang around with, let it be whatever community, school or whatever.
Yeah.
I become popular for some reason. So everybody just used to call me that. I was fine with it. When I came out of school, started to do music, I was like, it's natural that people know me by that name, so that's what I used. You know,
That's nice.
when I got a little bit older, I was like, wow, the baby, you know, should I change that? You know, and then I did one song. I said, you know what? Now I'm Uncle Joe. You know, so you can call me whatever. You know,
Okay.
Joey Kibbs. Many people know me as Joey Kibbs.
Joe Kibbs, yeah.
But
That's your Facebook name, actually.
that's my Facebook
yes.
name.
But
you know.
are you on Instagram? I don't think so.
No, I for some reason I didn't catch up with that social media
But
wave.
I don't
you
think
know?
you're alone in this route.
Oh,
know.
yeah?
Yeah, it's quite difficult to say you want to maintain the social media thing.
Exactly.
And for you to say you're not on Instagram, I know some people that they're doing well and they're not on Instagram.
Yeah.
So why are you not on Instagram? Why is it the time
Like
consuming?
like
or?
I said, back in the day, you know, when we were when we were into events,
Yeah,
Facebook was the in thing.
yeah.
And it seemed natural, you know, in a way that it was a platform to promote, you know. And actually, when Facebook had just started, what happened was that they used to post your telephone number, they used to post your email on there.
Oh,
So
that's true. That's true. Yeah,
for
I
me as
remember.
an event promoter, that was like, wow, this is magic. So I used to go onto everybody's Facebook profile, you know, just copy their number on, you know, somewhere, so, you know, email and everything. So meaning that I had different ways of contacting them or promoting whatever event I had, you know, through calling them, through sending text messages, through emailing them, you know, on Facebook itself. You know, you remember the tags. You used to tag a lot of people on there, you know. So naturally, when these other ones came in, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok right now, you know, I didn't get a hang of it. I didn't see the relevancy of it at that point, you know, in the event market. Of course, right now I know it's a big thing and people use it to promote a lot of things.
It is,
but you know, it just didn't catch up with me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But you mentioned that you are back. Okay. Are you
Yes.
back into the music scene, or is it event promoter, or is it any other thing?
When I say I'm back,
Yes.
first of all, we have to go back to the reasons as to why I left,
Yeah. Yeah.
or I took a break.
Yeah.
Really, you
Yes.
know, I've because I'm versatile. I don't only do these things.
That's
I'm
true.
also into investments. I do real estate
That's cool.
and so on and so
That's
forth.
cool.
And
Yeah.
you know, as you grow older, you realize that you know, there is something that is called retirement. There is life after music. There is
Of
life
course.
after events
Everything.
promotion.
Yes, you're right.
You know, so I started this journey of investing because I'm also into the construction industry.
Lovely. Yeah.
You know, like I
That's
said,
cool.
you know, so I
You
started
do it
this
here
journey.
in Finland, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
Okay.
run a company as a subcontractor, and I'm a finisher and interior designer. You know, so I started the journey of that. I go quite a lot to
Yeah.
my country.
Yeah.
I come from Uganda, like I said.
Yes,
And most of the time, especially in winter time, I'm not in Finland. So I'm back in Uganda
Yeah.
looking after my investments
Yeah.
and trying to
Which is
to
a
do
smart way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go
So-
away, you run away from the cold, and you
from
come
the
back
cold, yeah.
when it's warmer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh,
Exactly.
that's so cool.
Yeah, so when I say I'm back, I've reached that point in life that, you know, it's a natural calling for me. Music is a natural calling for me. That I feel that it's time. I'm ready to get back in the game.
Yes, so because I really I cannot wait because your style, because even last time I invited Mad Eyes, we
Yeah.
still talk about your music.
Yeah.
I mean, the touch you put into it, like, who does that? Like, when you start, you know, like your style of doing music. And
Yeah.
I must say that your music is so dope because I can still remember the
Yeah.
song, Kokonyo,
Yeah.
Kokonya.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a catching song.
Yeah.
So if you come back
Yeah.
now, what kind of music? Is it the same style of music? Or even let us know the style of music you've been doing and if there's going to be any change.
Um, those days when we were doing music, it was quite difficult to define the kind of music we used to do. You know, as a Ugandan living in Europe,
yeah.
you know, we attached ourselves more to Afropop.
Yes.
And then later on, it became
Afropop was the thing then.
Afrobeat.
Yeah.
You know, some people used to call it Afropian. You know, so it was quite difficult to have a label on it. You know, but I would say in general, it's African music, really, with a little bit of you know, hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
You know, so to say, because it's not still indigenous African music. You know, so of course there's been a lot of progress, especially in the African music industry.
Yeah.
And Nigeria, as always, has been leading.
Yeah. So
you know, leading the market, and you know, they've taken this thing, you know,
to another level. Yes.
You know,
but it's so interesting that hearing you as an artist, not just an artist, a very, let's say, perfectionist.
Yeah.
Because you are like that with your stuff. Yeah. And Witch Mother is like that as well. You know, and for you to acknowledge, you know, the way Nigerians have been on top.
You gotta give them props.
Yeah, that shows
Definitely.
how much more, you know, you're humble and you have to recognize where you need to recognize. Not everyone can do that, but to get that from you, I really appreciate that. We need more people to be, you know, giving compliments. You know, when you see something, you say, you love your music. I love your music. I love your style.
Absolutely.
I mean, for you to do that, that's really great. Yeah.
And
Thank you for that.
As long as something is good and you have a pure heart, you know, we are all brothers from the same continent.
Yes.
Really. And also during my journey as an event promoter, I never worked with a Ugandan. I rarely worked with East Africans, actually. You know, maybe a few DJs from Kenya or Tanzania. But I mostly worked with Nigerians.
Wow. Okay.
You know, so and you yourself as my sister, you know, you're a Nigerian.
Yes.
You know, but somehow, you know, our spirits sort of like matched each other, and we got along.
Yes,
you know, I don't see you as a Nigerian.
That's true.
You know, I see you as a bull first.
Yes, I'm like that too. Yeah.
Before the Nigerian beat of you, but at the end of the day, you know, because I've been in that game for a long time.
A long time, yes.
And I saw the progress. I saw, you know, where it came from before it blew up to where it is right now.
Yeah. True.
You know, so for me not to recognize that and give props to those guys, you know, the Two-Face DBs.
Oh,
and,
yes.
you know, all those guys.
This
I mean,
P Square.
Exactly,
you know,
P Square. You know, it wouldn't be fair for me. You know, at one time I remember I was so much into this thing, you know, that I had this ambition of maybe even going to Nigeria, you know, staying there for a little bit and learning this pidgin. And because, by the way, Nigerian music is not only big in Nigeria or elsewhere.
Yes.
But it is big in Uganda.
Wow. It is. It's good to hear
big.
That from an Ugandan. I didn't know it's
I'm
that
telling
big
you,
there.
it is.
Wow.
It is really big. You know, reggae music or raga, as they used to call it, used to be big. And then there came Congolese music.
Yeah.
But right now, you know, it's Nigerian music.
Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Yes. Of course, when we see great talent, we have to recognize.
Absolutely.
And that's the way we always bring the best out of us. And that's why we became, you know, very close and all that. And do you remember in 2010?
Yeah.
That all of us went to Rauma.
Yeah.
Me, you, my husband.
Yeah.
Mad Eyes was there.
Yeah.
Then Flotastic.
Yeah.
DJ Nesta.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, we've actually grown, like way back.
Yeah, my son, who is 13 years old, was born in 2010.
Can you imagine?
You know, so he's a teenager right now.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
You know, time flies by, especially in Finland.
Yes.
You know, before you know it, summer is over, winter time is here.
Yes.
And the year's gone.
Yes. I think because a lot of people don't even know that. Even me, I've been in this game for a long time. Yeah, they don't really know. They just, you know.
Do they actually know that you're a tremendously gifted musician?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah?
I think I don't know, you know, because I don't know how to give props to anything.
Oh, yeah?
To myself, but I know that definitely, I think recently, was it last year? I'm not even sure when I put it out anyways, that I did something with a band, like a cover song.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I didn't know you sing. I didn't know you do this, That is why I have the show that will bring people who are pioneers, who have done things.
Exactly.
Who have given way to a lot of people here as well.
Yeah.
So that people can learn that, they have been there too as well,
Exactly.
to promote this culture, this creativity. And we've gone through a lot then. How can you see then and now with other artists or whatever?
As in the perspective of Finland, or?
Yes, in Finland, especially.
In Finland?
Yeah. Because we live in here, and we all know that the way music industry is, to us, is very slow.
Yeah.
And people are still getting to know us
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
In my opinion, Finland still has a long way to go.
Yeah, sure.
There's been progress, especially not with the musicians, not so much with the music, or the musicians, the artists, but with the events.
With the events, yes.
The society has come to accept, the African music.
Music, yeah.
Back in the day, the people were so much used to Senegalese music, Nusundwa, Angelique Kidjo, and so on and so forth. They were used to these people drumming and dancing to whatever music it was, the Senegalese music and Gambian music.
Yeah.
But the young people, there came a new generation that appreciated, African music, for what it is right now. And also African music, it's evolved, from the traditional one,
that's true,
to what it is like
today.
The
right.
Nigerian music, because they incorporated the Africanness and then the Europeanness or the
modernize it
Americanness
some way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is a generation that has appreciated that, and you also have to remember that many babies have been born of both African and Finnish descent.
True.
If I say that my son is 13 years old, there are people I know that have children that are 25, and so but the difference is maybe with the music itself, for listening, for going out to events, but as artists, I don't think it's evolved that much. A lot more work needs to be done.
To be done, yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Do you think there should be something different about, promoting, especially we African artists in Finland? Or do you think that we have to imbibe Finnish language to the music or something to be able to make big waves here?
Many Africans have tried that. Many African artists have tried that.
Yeah.
Singing in Finnish.
Yeah.
Rapping in Finnish, especially the young ones.
Yes.
But for some reason, I don't know. I don't want to say it right here live on radio. But the Finnish society is still closed. And we have to understand that.
True.
So we still have a long way to go.
A long way, yeah.
It's not up to what needs to be done, but it's about the evolving of the society. So it's evolving slowly by slowly. English is becoming a third language, so to say.
True.
After Finnish and Swedish, especially in the bigger cities, the capital area. So it's getting there. It's getting there. The younger people, the new generation is coming up, and one day they'll be accepted. I remember some guy who became very big, Musta Barbari or something.
Yeah, Musta Barbari. Yeah.
Whatever happened to him right now, I don't know. I think he got some issues with the law. And then there was a Congolese guy who was born here, Kevin Tandu. He used to also sing in Finnish, rap in Finnish.
Yeah.
And then there came the 222.
That's true. 222. We always wrote
exactly
those days.
So when you think about it, when you mention their names, you're like, where are they right now?
That's true.
If music has evolved, where are those people? They did something great. They became popular. But if music has evolved in Finland, then they should still be doing that.
It shows how much work that needs to be done.
Exactly. So it's the society.
Yeah, because when all these artists, they bring in a song that is so catchy and people are like, ooh, and the next minute now we don't even see what next they're bringing.
Exactly.
So do you think that, like, the irony of it is that, let me say, my own experience, when I have shows, most of the time Finnish people are always there. And you hardly find an African there. Do you think, like, this irony of it, that Finnish people have been even more supportive in that way? You get what I'm saying? Being there, showing up for that kind of music, or what kind of music you have, or what kind of talent you have. But our home community, you get what I'm saying? They are not really there to support. You get? Like, maybe they are supporting in one way or the other somehow, but in that moment, like, I hardly see them. And also, the question is, do you think maybe with that, maybe we are not even helping each other to unite and help an artist to even be pushed through?
How would I answer that? I don't know. Like I said, the people themselves, the Finnish people themselves, their minds are now open.
Yeah.
To anything international.
They are, yes.
And they are welcome. They welcome all kinds of cultures. They're that kind of people. But remember that they still institutions that run the game. Yeah. By institutions, I mean obviously the government. I mean stakeholders. People that own nightclubs, the venues themselves. That you would hold those events.
Yeah.
So it's a question of, the stakeholders, are they willing to welcome our kind of culture? I would call it culture actually, because it's not music. When African people come together, they don't only celebrate
only music. Yes.
Their culture exhumes it comes out. So it's not a question that our people do not support, because I've really seen a lot of change. That when you put up an event right now, even back in the day, we used to get a lot of people, our own people. True. And like I said, as a Ugandan, not so many Ugandans used to support. So the question is, am I going to complain that my own people are not supporting, or am I actually going to focus on the other people? Because when you come to any event in Finland, how many songs from Uganda are going to be played?
That's true. Yeah.
So why not focus on those people whose culture is more popular, worldwide, more acceptable. So I concentrated more on the West Africans, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, and but of course not forgetting about my own people.
Yeah.
And not to say that Ugandan music or my Ugandan people are not supporting.
Yeah.
They are.
They are, yeah.
But you also have to remember that there are a little bit fewer population-wise in Finland than the West Africans.
True, yeah.
So as a business person, why not concentrate more, or why not promote, to those people that will understand the kind of event that you're. And then if Ugandans come, they come. And of course, when they come, you have to give them props. You have to, pop some champagnes on them, for them, and give some mentions and so on and so forth. So, but I think our people have come to realize that, it's either you go to such events or you stay home.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with mental health in Finland for us Africans, depression and so on and so forth. You have no choice other than going out there.
Knowing you over the years, I know that you're very a cultural man, and you're really more involved in Ugandan community.
Yeah.
Because you made me to know some of you guys that I'm really familiar with. You know, I can be calling names there.
Yeah.
But I saw the unity amongst you, every one of you. Like what you said that, we had a discussion before we came in here that when you saw Shy Shy, and you were coming to Afro Sunday and you spoke to some of the Ugandans like, let's go. Let's together.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so rare to find that, and it's so nice for you to say that like, how do you keep this unity going among every one of you?
I don't know. It's just my personality that I love seeing people getting together. I connect a lot of people, and it's not all about having a friend and not introducing them to new people.
True.
You just mentioned, you got to know a lot of Ugandans through me.
True, yes.
And I remember back in the day, you used to invite us to these very special parties.
And you guys come. If I invite you,
exactly.
it's
and
so
I'm like,
great.
my sister, can I come with my brothers?
And I just say yes, yeah.
And, on the other hand, I also have to convince these people that, yes, she's Nigerian. Yes, it's a Nigerian event.
Yeah.
There's going to be Nigerian food.
Yes.
But hey, it is great. This is a great person we're going to meet, So, people,
thank you for
people
that.
came along and that's what it is. So I think it's part of me. That's who I am.
That's really great. I think maybe because we got to know each other.
Yeah.
We've worked together
Exactly.
on, if you remember, was it Helsinki, different packs in Helsinki, which we were able to bring out our creativity.
That's how we got to meet, actually.
Yeah, because we got to see each other every day.
Every day, yeah.
So we did the music and the drumming, and we're talking about the history of where you come from or where I come from.
Exactly.
Or some kind of dance and making of hair. And I mean, we brought the creativity in. It was really nice working with you those times. And I'll be like, you can even see greatness in other people from different culture, different background, different country.
Exactly.
But as long as we are African, we are Africans.
We are Africans.
And
we are brothers and sisters.
We are, definitely. And I really appreciate those moments, really, I would say. But let me give a shout out to King Guru George Williams. You know him? So he said,
absolutely.
Yes, he said, that's our baby Joe. Yes, thank you for joining us.
That's my great nephew.
That's lovely.
That's
and
my
thank
nephew
you.
back in Uganda.
Oh, lovely. Wow.
Big up to George William.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so we need more questions. So if you have something to say about Baby Joe or this show, you can always do. I will give you a shout out no matter what. Yes. So let's dive into the music aspect of it.
Yes.
Do you think that, like, how much more you appreciate Afrobeat? Because Afrobeat is topping everything now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's giving shout out to Afrobeat. Do you think if you come back to music, you can do or put something in between it that it sounds like Afrobeat? Or you will invite an artist who could give you that vibes, or you do something collaboration?
It's absolutely good to go with whatever is popping.
Yeah.
Just like the show says, what's popping. So why not?
Yeah.
Even back in the day, I used to use a Nigerian producer. And I've worked with him before. Though those projects never got released. He used to live in Tampere. Very, very talented producer.
I'm trying to remember. Juwan?
Juwan, yeah.
Whoa, that's
I think he moved out of Finland.
Yeah. I heard he moved out of Finland. Yeah.
That's been a while. I've always been fascinated with this Afrobeat thing.
Chai.
So why not? Definitely, I would love to incorporate it in, because that is what is popping right now. But of course, not forgetting to stay true to my roots.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is marrying the two
together,
and creating something tremendous.
I'm sure you can do that because you're a creative man.
I know
you can do it. Yes, I know. And you always have these crazy ideas and things like that. So, which I really trust you can do.
It's my dream to actually do it.
Yeah.
To have a Ugandan song, but with the Afrobeat feel.
Yeah. And
why
please
not?
don't lose that touch of I mean, I just that's a different vibes on its own.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So you've been here for how long in Finland?
Oh my God, 20 years?
20. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's 20 years.
20 solid years.
And
If
you
my son is 13,
Mm.
you know, 2010, he was born in 2010, so
10,
I was,
yeah.
I was
Wow.
7 years in.
So, and you came as a student?
Yeah, I came as a student who stayed.
You stayed. I'm sure there are a lot of students that stayed.
That stayed, you
Yes.
know, and along the way,
Yes.
a lot has happened.
So, what did you study?
I studied social work,
Social work.
so I have a degree in that.
Were you able to work on that field?
Not in Finland, but in
Okay.
London, yes. Because I
Oh.
lived in London for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I practiced as employment advisor.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, in the suburbs.
So what brought you back? I think London should have been a place that like, much lively and popping for you that
Yeah.
you were like, you just want to stay put there.
I think it's a mystery.
Mm.
It's a mystery that once you've lived in a place like Finland,
Yes.
and when you go
True.
out there,
True.
yes, a lot of things are popping. But you as a person, you get to realize a few things are not right, and that they are better back in Finland. You know, Finland is a very, very good country if you compare it to. I know you have traveled yourself. You have
Yes.
family in London. You know, there are lots of things that you can compare, and you're
True.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
No, you know,
Yeah.
yes, Finland has its own issues,
Mm-hmm.
but since I've lived there for some time, I'm used to it. You know, why not return back?
Yeah.
You know, London is very competitive in whatever you're doing.
Yeah, true.
It's very expensive
True.
too, you know, and I just decided that no, you know, yes, it's popping, but I want to go back to my good
Finland,
old
yeah.
Finland. So
I know.
that's how I came back.
Yeah, Finland is a very quiet place. You know, I always say that if you love privacy, because
Yeah.
where we come from, everything is just popping around you. The noise,
Exactly.
neighbors are popping in. It's a nice atmosphere. I'll tell you that I missed.
And it's a very organized society.
It is
Very, very
It
organized.
is. So you know, coming here is quite different. So that's why I always say that if you love privacy, this country will be the best place for you to live in.
And for family too.
And for families,
Yeah.
yes. Like the way I'm enjoying, you know,
Exactly.
the family benefits that I got here and
Yeah.
having family here and everything like that. And my children are safe. I can just say, okay, stay
Exactly.
behind, play, which is very rare.
So would
very
you
hard to do
would
that.
you move to London with your family?
No, I
Would
cannot.
you move to the US?
No, I see when the same way you feel here.
Yeah.
I felt the same way too. That, like I said, when I keep going to all these places, I said, no. If you've been there before, which I've been there before,
Yeah.
before now, you'd be like, okay, I want to live in London.
Yeah.
Then you now like started living in Finland. I like start. No way. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
ma'am. I cannot.
I gotta go back.
I gotta go back. No, I cannot live in that area. I really appreciate what Finland is giving. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
absolutely.
You know, that's
Absolutely.
for sure. Yeah. So, let's go back to you. Started as a musician. Like what I've noticed about Africans, we are very, very creative and we are talented people. We don't stick in one talent, but we have to explore others. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you two are a man of different hats. Like the same way I also give props to mothers as well.
Yeah.
You got, and even me as well. I've had a lot of talk about, why is she not doing this? Why is she not putting more effort in this? Why is she going from one place to another? Hey, it's because I can. And you too can do the same. And that is why I'm doing it. You two didn't just rely on music. You were doing all the stuff too.
Yeah.
You did events.
Yeah.
As an event promoter, and you're constructor.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah. Real estate. Yeah.
real estate agent
Yeah.
and all that? How do you balance everything and you still remain that baby Joe, or now Uncle Joe, should we say?
There are some people that are born that way, that you can put on many hats.
True.
And when you're in that moment, everything else that you do or you're into doesn't matter. What you're doing at that moment is what matters, and you have to give it 110%.
Yes.
You know, so I'm built that way. That if it's music, or let's take for example, I'm right here in this beautiful studio. I'm not thinking about, you know, real estate. I'm like enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
You know, and so whatever I do, I don't think about everything else. I'm putting on this hat, and that is who I am at that moment.
Yeah, true.
You know, so that's how I'm able to. Most of these things that we talk about, or that you ask, people are built that way. You know, some people are not built for it.
That the people don't understand that, but it's just good that you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is who I am. You know, it's very difficult for me to just concentrate on one thing for a very long time.
True.
You know, because I know, or even if it's in that one thing, I put in whatever else skill I have in the other field.
Yeah.
You know, so if it's construction, you know, I put art into it. You know, and I put the competitiveness into it.
Yeah.
So I become a better
person. A better artist.
Exactly.
Yes.
Artist in that field.
Yes.
You know, so when I'm doing music, you know, it's the same thing. I have to incorporate.
True.
You know, but that's how I'm built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so nice to
and
hear.
I think it's the ingenuity. It comes from my background.
True.
You know.
How is your background like? You tell me. Because that's so interesting to know who that person is.
Yeah.
No, usually it comes from that background.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was born into a family of 10 children.
Woo! Do you know I didn't know that?
Yeah, 10 children.
Okay.
But not all from the same mother, but
Mm.
from the same father.
All right.
And my father was that kind of father that did not mind which mother you come from. He kept us all together. So I never see whichever brother or sister of mine as the other brother. I always see them, and it comes from my father. So I actually may be so close to my other brother than my real brother. You know, so, but anyway, I come from a family of 10.
Yeah.
One of us, a sister of mine, she died at a very young age. She had epilepsy. She was 9 years old.
Wow.
She left us. God bless us all.
Sorry for your loss.
And then I studied mostly in boarding school. You know, at a very tender age of I think 4 years old, they already took me to boarding school.
Whoa.
And while I was there, I remember that was primary 3. I think I was about 7.
Wow.
Both my parents passed away.
Wow.
Right? So from that tender age,
wow, you've gone through a lot, man.
I started to see life differently. You know, so to say, I became a hustler. You know, not in a street way.
Yeah.
But you know, within my mind, I knew that right now it's all about my family that I'm left with. It's all about God and myself.
Wow.
You know, so time went on. I've been literally most of my life in boarding school, and boarding school, especially in Africa, it brings out the ingenuity in you.
True.
You know, and I ask so many people, you know, if you're not able to succeed in Finland, you know, because Finland is a harsh country. It's not easy.
It is not.
You know, so whoever you see becomes successful, even a little bit, you know, their background should be about something.
Something. True.
Especially in a country like Finland. You know, so basically, in a nutshell, that is my background. You know, I studied mostly in boarding school, so I knew that making friends, I valued that a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, that is how I've been most of my life.
Yeah, because I think now I understand, putting everything together, why you're so particular about something, details. You're more of detailed guy. It's not everyone you can see that's very, very detailed oriented, but you are.
Yeah.
And the way you prioritize, what's more important to you, you just face it.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows that. They just feel like, oh, Baby Joe just came into the scene, did this, did that, all of a sudden it disappeared.
No.
But even those times that you disappeared, I must say, you learned how to cook jollof rice. So
from the one and only Ebu, right?
Okay. We'll tell you the story, yeah? I didn't even see it coming that you have that interest in cooking.
Yeah.
Because I see you as a wonderful artist and, as an event promoter, then later on you'll be like, oh, this World Village Festival, you want to go into it. Oh, fine. You want to go into that's no problem. You can always go into it, Then, I said, no, go into it and learn how to cook.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? I was like, I didn't know you had interest in food.
Yeah.
Like that. What drew you towards like, okay, if I need to start, it should be jollof rice? You already talked about how well you love Nigeria and you even want to live in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But what drew you to jollof rice?
First of all, I grew up with my older brother.
Yeah.
Who was a Hotarian.
Okay.
So he taught me a lot about cooking. I'm a very good cook, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a very
That's
good
cool.
cook.
Yeah.
So anyway, coming into the events industry, there was an opportunity of this event. It's quite popular.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest, if not the biggest, multicultural festival in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I had been going to it as a visitor, as a guest for many years.
True.
And I'm like, I can do this. Number one, I'd become a popular figure, a popular face.
It's true.
So I knew that if I put my face,
and you have support of your community.
I know that a lot of my brothers, a lot of our Finnish sisters that are in our community, they would come and definitely try whatever I had.
Yeah.
But now coming up with a menu, I was like, what is that one thing that everybody would die for? So I said, you know what? And I noticed after the research that I was doing over the years, I noticed that Finnish people or people in Finland are not so much into meat, especially at big events.
Yeah.
Meat and chicken and so on and so forth, right? Because of food poisoning issues. And,
true.
So I said, you know what? I have to go vegetarian. For me, for my food stall to become popular, I had to go the vegetarian way. And I was thinking, what in Uganda do we have that is out there that everybody knows about? And I'm like, there is nothing.
Okay.
There is nothing. I mean, as in something global.
Like,
right? Something global known. And then I was like, how about East Africa? I'm like, East Africa, if I do pilau rice.
Oh, you're doing business strategy
right?
there.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Like you said, I'm very particular.
Yeah, you're such a businessman. Yeah.
So I said, pilau rice is popular with us East Africans.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to Congo, I think, and Somalia also. They know it all. So, and I'm like, but you know what? I have my peoples in West Africa. What is that something that I can do? And I'm like, jollof rice. Because I mean, these guys, the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, are even competing all the time on who does the best jollof rice.
I'm telling you, the battle is still on. It's still on.
So I jumped onto the ship, and I'm like, but who is the best person I can run to teach me how to do this? And I remembered, Ebu is a tremendously good cook. I'd been to your parties, and there was jollof rice. I'm like, no, Ebu, you know, I'm coming to your place. Teach me how to make jollof rice. You know, and I remember I came with a sister of mine, Diana.
Yes, you did.
And you taught us how to do jollof. I must say, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's really the process.
There are a lot of technical
exactly
things that you have to go through.
At this event, we do not do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, true.
I know that according to what you
because
told
it's a
us,
it's a fast-paced kind of thing.
Exactly.
That
you can't do
so
the real jollof rice.
Yeah.
Because it really takes time to get it perfect.
True.
You know, so we said after a while of doing a few of them, a few events, we're like, you know what? Let's just do our East African version of jollof rice.
As long as it's jollof rice.
And you know what? Something funny, like we talked about before, the Finnish people are willing to test anything. They are very open-minded.
Oh, they are.
So they don't care whether it's pilau rice, whether it's jollof rice.
And they don't even know we are fighting over jollof rice.
All they know is that they've heard about jollof rice. You know, so
True.
I didn't end there. I said in East Africa, we still have a lot of snacks that are popular. We have the samosas.
Yeah.
We have
True.
the, you call them puff, right?
Yeah,
I use that name. I actually use that
You
name.
use the
but
name?
we have a different name for it. We call it mandazi. I think also in Kenya and Tanzania, it's called mandazi. But I realized that, you know what? This society is full of West Africans. So some of the things, I just can't say mandazi, you know, and people will come rushing for them.
I'm sure people are so curious that you're from Uganda and they want to taste your own kind of jollof rice and the pop You also had fried plantain, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I remember you when you did the poster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The plantain is easy to make.
Yeah.
That's not difficult.
True.
You know,
True.
and people love it.
True.
So we at that event, we have a lot of different snacks, but the food mostly is between jollof rice. The battle is now between jollof rice and pilau rice. You know, so people come, approach the stall and they're like, "What should I have? Jollof rice, pilau rice." And I'm like, to me, it's all the same. It's rice. So whatever you want, just take whatever it is.
Oh gosh, so funny.
So that's my journey with this jollof rice.
Jollof rice.
Thanks to your inspiration.
That's true. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for trusting me.
No, I mean you are a very good cook.
Yeah,
by
thank
the way.
you.
And I always looked forward to your parties. I remember you used to do one very big one once a year.
Yeah.
And I used to think about this thing like the whole year. You go to a booze parties and everything is on point.
On point.
The food, everything. And that is how I had to invite all my peoples from Uganda. I'm like,
come on, have a taste.
Exactly. You definitely have to come to this event.
Yes, I must say that I really do appreciate. And to now top it up, I would say when the whole World Village Festival was over, and how did it happen? How did they call you that you were the winner, or you were, restaurant,
the best food store,
the best food store, in the World Village Festival at that time.
Yeah, they came up with this idea, of people who come to the event, the guests, of voting for the best, because remember, this is a very huge festival. When it comes to food stalls,
and if you do something there, that means you're being recognized.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You have like over 100 food stalls. And I knew if I get all my talents together, all my experience together, and of course with God, everything is possible.
Everything is
so
possible.
I said, you know what? I had been to promotions. I knew how to
No, you know how to package.
You know how to package.
Yes.
The graphics were, when you look at this jollof rice in the picture, you're like, wow, I want to have that.
Yeah.
So true. I noticed that these people don't put in a lot of work in their adverts, in their banners and everything.
No, you're right.
In the way they present their food. And I'm like, that is where I need to go.
Yeah.
And remember that I also had tremendous following from my events on Facebook. So I sent my people's messages, vote. And they voted for us, and we were announced, the winners of that year.
I
as
was
the
I
Bedford
was
store.
there to eat the food.
You
I
were
must
there
say
to eat
that
the-
was
You
wonderful.
always come.
Yeah.
I didn't see you last time,
No,
though.
no, no,
this
no.
time around,
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
see you last.
I was having
yeah?
my baby's birthday
Oh
at
yeah,
that time. Yeah.
Actually, it happens during the same time. I
Yeah, when
remember,
I do, yeah,
exactly,
true.
exactly.
And it was really wonderful. I was so happy to see you.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you're really
Yeah.
doing the deal. And like, oh,
Yeah.
look at this man.
Yeah.
And when you now realize you won, you now went on Facebook to put it publicly, being so appreciative.
Yeah.
And you mentioned my name,
Yeah.
for, helping you through it and all that.
Yeah.
I must tell you, I had a lot of calls that time. Ooh la la! I got a lot of calls.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, some calls like, "How dare you give our recipe
Our
to
recipe."
an Uganda?" Then another one's like, "Oh, can you?" Some of them were positive. "Oh, that's well, thank you. Oh, oh, good job. You are being supportive.
Yeah.
That kind of thing." Then another one was like, "Oh, how did that person win? How can you teach me how to
How
win?"
to do it? Yeah.
Then I'll be like, you have to put in more effort.
Yeah.
Like you know how to package yourself, which the banner was quite different. Yeah, you were on point with that.
The
It's-
name too, the
it's-
brand. It's
that's
a
true.
brand.
The brand
Test
too.
of
It was-
Africa.
Yeah.
And
I was telling that person, no, you have to know how to package. And I said, "Are you sure? Is that what it is? Or what ingredients did you give to him?" I was like, "No, it's just the same.
It's a
kind
total
of.
package.
If
It's,
you want
it's
to
not
cook,
one thing.
yeah, because if you want to cook jollof rice, you can always cook jollof rice, So I was saying that, like, oh damn. I was like, well, at the end of the day, it's not about that person being an Ugander. It's about that we are one,
Exactly.
and you're my brother. So whatever comes up, we'll do together.
Yeah.
And we've been that way till years. Even when you went
Mute.
mute. I'm still worried about you.
Yeah.
That how you doing,
Yeah.
So once in a while, I'll just reach out,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And
No,
all
one
that.
one funny thing is
Yeah.
that I always give props to people that deserve it.
True.
I'm the very first person to
True.
give you your flowers when you're still alive.
I'm glad.
I would do that.
I'm glad when we see people like you do that.
Exactly.
So, but when we're talking about all this, we're still talking about jollof rice,
Yeah.
Do you know they have this jollof rice competition that started last year?
Oh yeah. I was reading one magazine and I saw
By Obi-
Kamsal
Obi.
Abai wins the 2022
Oh,
African Jollof
yeah,
Rice
there you go.
competition. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. You have that magazine
Yeah.
here. Yes, that
Wow.
magazine right here by Diaspora Glitz. Yes. So the guy that did it that owns this magazine is Obi West. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Nigeria, and he's been doing a lot of events. With I also have hosted like Miss Diaspora Finland, Miss Face of Africa,
Wow.
things like that.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be doing an award ceremony in July, 1st of July. And by the way, that's my birthday here.
Oh yeah.
That's my birthday.
Are you gonna make us one of those parties?
No.
Not this time.
No. I mean, maybe when I have, when we have this round figure age,
Yeah.
I think it does make sense, to do those kind of parties, But he's going to be having this event. Like,
Okay.
It's called Father Award. Are you aware of that event? Do you know
No.
about it? Okay.
But I know that guy.
Okay,
I
you know
definitely
him.
know
Okay.
His magazine, Diaspora Glitz. But I'm not aware of that event.
Okay.
But I should come and check it out. Where is it?
Somewhere in Vic or something.
In Vic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can send you the banner. Or
Yeah.
I can send you the adverts and everything.
I would love to come and check it out.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be very big.
Okay.
It's gonna be very big because it's putting every walks of corner, every creativity
Wow.
that it could find amongst Africans and putting them under the roof. So
Wow.
it's gonna be an interesting event. I
Yeah.
must tell you.
Okay.
So if you can check it out, if you can come up, I mean, yeah, definitely.
1st of July.
1st of July.
Location somewhere in Vicky.
Yes, somewhere in Vicky. Yeah.
Please
yeah.
send me the location.
I will send
I'll
you.
look for it.
I'll send you all the details here
I'll look
that you
for
need
it.
to know.
Will there be some old school faces that I know?
I think so. I think you will see old faces there.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, for goodness sake, we need those old faces to
Yeah.
always be there
Yeah.
and, see how things have changed over the years. It's always so nice to see. And that's what me too I've been witnessing, I've been seeing every change, as when we started and now and
Yeah.
everything like that. So it's so nice. So what brought about this is also this jollof rice.
The
He's
jollof
the one
rice.
doing that event of
Okay.
jollof rice competition, which people come in different countries and they present their own jollof. They cook it right
Yeah.
there and present their jollof rice, and whoever
And the audience
and
chooses the
they would
best.
taste.
Okay.
I think maybe the judges that would taste
Okay.
something like that, and it was really a great success. That this girl from Senegal, I know her. She won.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
So
known her for
is
the.
that the Senegalese version of
Yeah.
jollof rice?
But actually, that's where jollof rice came from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So why are the Nigerians and Ghanaians
We are
fighting
very
over
proud
it?
people. We are very
Wow.
proud in Nigeria. Yes. When we have something, we take care of it. We do it the way that you cannot
you
do it.
own it.
Yeah. And the same way, Ghanaians are like that too, I feel.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I didn't know it comes from Senegal.
yeah, it's from Senegal.
But one question:
Yes.
have you thought about taking part into that competition? Because I know your jollof rice
No.
would stand a big chance of winning that.
No,
Honestly.
I'm not in that area. No, I have a lot of things I do.
Yeah, I know.
So that is why that I don't think I can be
You
part
keep
of
it
it.
keep
yeah.
it on the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think nowadays I'm more of this hosting and doing emceeing
Yeah.
and also partially now in music. I think I'm gonna be in a concert this July
Okay.
somewhere in Finland. That I will be in a concert there. So which I will be performing there, and maybe if I have more information, I'll put it out there.
And you too are very versatile.
I am
you
versatile.
You do a lot of things.
I do a lot of things. I'm a woman of many hats too.
Yeah, you are tremendously
You know.
blessed
Yeah, thank
and
you.
talented.
Thank you.
Fashion designing.
Yeah.
know,
A lot of people
events,
question. That's why I said people
hosting.
ask question it and say a lot of things and shitty things that
No,
it maybe
don't
not
mind them.
that came back to me, but I don't
Don't
care.
mind them.
At the end of
trust
the day,
me,
yeah.
you are good
Mm,
at whatever you do.
thank you.
Trust me.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. As I said, I don't need the platform for people to say, "Oh, thank you," or "Thank you for your contribution into the society," or or your support. But giving my flowers before,
Exactly.
yeah. But thank you for appreciating me, for what I do as well. Yeah. And I must say, we have lots of things to talk about, shall I
lot.
say? Yeah. But
Yeah.
you as an event promoter, you started off from music, then you entered that promoting world, then you started doing Club Swagger.
Yes.
Yeah. You started Club Swagger with AE, right? Both of you have that concept. I must tell you that Club Swagger was a banger. It was a banger.
It was a banger, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It brought out a different vibe
Yeah.
that I've not seen. Like Dan, especially, that people have different things that he do, but the moment you enter Club Swagger, I think maybe because of your background in putting details to, you are more like it too.
Yeah.
And AE to bringing his own thing together, Ito's a perfectionist. That's true. Everyone's almost like a perfectionist in
Exactly.
everything, and that club made the name. I'm telling you, because every time I come, I'm always so happy coming in and going out.
Yeah.
That's how well that place that brought so much
It
joy
was massive.
to a lot of people.
Massive,
it was
yeah.
really massive, and all of a sudden it just went off. What happened?
Well, first of all, big up to my brother in Akimio,
Yes.
Raymond.
Yeah. You guys came a long
as many
way.
call him Ehi.
Yes.
Raymond.
He was here. He was
always
here,
call
by
him-
the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
here for an interview. Yes.
I always call him Raymond.
Mm.
I studied with Raymond in the
Mm.
same class.
Mm.
You know, we studied social work
Oh,
for
great.
3 years,
3 years, yeah.
and we were the only blacks in our
Mm.
class.
Wow.
So we got along quite
Mm.
well. We used to
Mm.
do most assignments together.
Mm.
We
Mm.
actually did our very final, what's it called?
Exam.
No, the
Thesis.
the thesis.
Yeah.
We did it together.
Oh, nice.
You know, so we developed a brotherhood.
Mm.
And all along, we were thinking, what can we do together? People have to remember that Ehi has a rich background
Mm.
in entertainment, even back
Entertainment.
home in
True,
Nigeria.
true,
You know,
yeah.
as a radio presenter, he
True.
has a very good voice.
Mm.
You know, and I'm like, why don't we put something together?
Mm.
We didn't start with Club Swagger to
Mm.
begin with.
Okay.
The very first event that we did was an Afrobeat event.
Mm.
And we got an opportunity that Shehu Kuti,
Yeah.
Shehu Kuti
I
had an
remember
event in
those time
Finland.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
and,
this
and,
time, yeah.
It so happened that Ehi
Mm.
knows Shehu Kuti
Mm.
as a friend
Mm.
back in Nigeria.
Mm. Mm.
So we are like, you know what? This guy is coming on this date.
Mm.
Why don't we put up something?
Mm.
You know, a club. Let's test the waters.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, invite him. It will be a huge thing.
Yeah.
Back then, the name
That is after he
Afrobeat-
finished performing, then he comes
Exactly.
there, yeah, for
As an
after
after
club.
party.
After club, yeah, after
an
party,
after
yes.
party.
Yes.
You know, back then, Afrobeat, you know, as the music, as the culture, wasn't that big. It was big from the side of Shehu Kuti and Fela Kuti
True.
and them, but it wasn't what it is right now.
Mm.
You know, people knew about it,
Mm.
and they knew that he was, how would you call him? Not the godfather, but what, the grandson of Afrobeat,
Yeah. Yes,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he came through, we put up this event, we invited him, and it was huge.
Mm.
There was a club right there at Manereme in Che. I don't remember the name. You know, it was quite a small club,
Mm.
you know, and it became so popular.
Mm.
And yet this was just an after party.
Mm.
And I'm like, we sat down with Raymond, with Ehi, and we're like, you know what? We need to take this a
Another
step further.
level, yeah.
But since Afrobeat wasn't that big, we had to come up with something that kind of like incorporates all kinds of music styles. You know, hip hop, R&B, Afrobeat, reggae, raga. You know, so that is when we sat down and came up with the name Club Swagger.
yeah.
You know, so we worked with a few DJs to begin with.
Yeah.
DJ Nick the DJ
I know. I remember him.
from Kenya.
Yeah, yeah. I remember him.
And then
yeah.
later on, we worked with DJ Nesta from Kenya too. You know, but it was our thing. And then we decided to invite artist DJs. I would call them artist DJs. People like Shy. He's an
Shy,
artist,
yeah, yeah.
actually. you
And
know,
he's the only one that comes from
from London.
London.
No,
yes.
we got one guy. He was called Ibo something. A white guy. He was a white DJ
Okay.
and very big in the Afrobeat game. So we
Okay,
also invited him
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
times. But Shy became our
It
resident
was
DJ.
it was the constant DJ for
Exactly.
Club Swagger.
So
yes.
when we made our very first Club Swagger, it
Mm.
was at what club is that? Right opposite Forum. It's now under construction. I think they are renovating it.
Okay.
So this event blew up. It
It
was
did.
so huge
It did.
that night
Yeah.
that people didn't want it to end. You know, events in Finland, by the way, what people don't know, events or nightclubs, they close doors at 4:00 in the
True.
morning.
Sure.
You know, not like in Uganda. I don't know about Nigeria, but in Uganda, you know, people can go until 8 in the morning.
The same for Nigeria too.
Okay. What, 8 in the morning, right?
Yeah. you
So
keep
in
going.
Finland,
Yeah.
they close shop at 4:00. So the event was, people were having a lot of fun. And remember, because of our organization skills, we also went and searched for sponsors, something
Yes.
that had never been done before.
I remember. Yeah.
You know,
I
so
got
we
a gift.
Yeah, we used to give out all these gifts on,
yes,
you know,
yes.
about the best dress person and so on and so forth.
True.
You know, so we got sponsorship from hip hop fashion stores. We got sponsorship from Helsinki City. We got sponsorship from Jacob's Creek. Jacob's Creek. They make sparkling wines and wines.
Lovely. Yeah.
You know, so we used to pop all this, but they gave us like, you know, boxes and boxes of
I know. I remember.
of-
Oh my
of
gosh.
champagne and you know, so it became so huge. You know, so that night people didn't want to go home. And they're like, the club is closed. So once they closed the club,
Yeah.
they took the vibe
Yeah.
outside of the club. And then all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
There was a huge fight outside of the club. And then police came, like 10 cars, something that rarely happens in Finland, you know. And then we got to know that it was a fight between gangs, you know, east and west. We didn't know back then that, you know,
Okay,
there
okay.
was some gangs. So the next day,
Are they Africans? or-
yeah, African.
Oh.
The next day we were in papers. Club Swagger was in the papers. That was huge,
Wow, I
but in a
remember that
negative
it
way.
was- yeah, I remember now that it was
Exactly.
on paper. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the paper was reading, you know, some blacks, they
That's
were
true.
fighting and blah blah
Ooh.
blah. So what happened was this club, they shut us down. They're like, you can't
No
bring your
more.
event
No more. Yeah.
back here anymore. So and then we were like, okay, that wasn't our fault, but you know, our brothers did this to us. But anyway, we gotta continue because
Yeah.
we believe so much in music and
Yeah,
what
sure.
we were doing, and
Sure.
our brothers
Sure.
also to put something up that was different. So then we went to Helsinki Club. You know,
I
that
remember
became like
Helsinki
our
Club.
resident club. It, you know, Helsinki.
I remember.
Club.
I think. Yeah.
And
Helsinki Club, yeah.
obviously for the name, you know, the
Yeah.
brand name Helsinki
Yeah,
Club.
really did help. Yeah.
You know, it on Facebook it became international.
Yeah.
You know, so it became. Actually, many people thought it was Club Swagger. Many people thought that Club Swagger was a venue. It
Yeah,
was like
true.
a nightclub.
Sure.
Yet it was just
The
a
Helsinki.
theme. It was just a theme that we used to take to
Sure.
these places.
Sure.
So anyway, we were in Helsinki Club but Helsinki Club, remember, was owned by Sokos Hotel, right? So we went through, because we had this negative publicity in the news, and you know, as Finland being small, everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
But we said, you know what, Sokos as a group, S group, you know, they are managed by board members and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
And, you know,
yeah.
so we made our research. I told Ehi, you know what, let's write to this guy, the head of the of the board. And surprisingly, this guy responds by email and is
Wow.
like, he's directing one of his managers that, you know, and remember, because we had done social work, you know, we had read all these things, integration and so on. So we used to write these proposals quite well. You know, so when I wrote this email to this guy, you know, proposing to him how this would be great for multiculturalism, you know, integration and so on and so forth, you know, putting all those points down,
Yeah.
he's like, you go and see so and so, my manager. So once we went to that guy, whoever it was, the manager, we're like, you have been directed
Yeah.
by the chairman
By
of
the
the board. So this guy was like, okay, which dates do you want? And we had made our research quite well.
Yeah.
All the big dates in Finland throughout the year, we had them.
Yeah, I remember.
You know,
it was
so-
it was really on point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That is how Club Swagger
and the
became big.
line. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was so ridiculous
Absolutely.
every time.
Absolutely.
Always so difficult.
But anyway, unfortunately, Helsinki Club closed shop because the company S Group that was running it, I
Yeah.
think they were not making enough money.
oh,
You know, because it was sort of like an events place. You know, they were having these board meetings and,
Yeah.
and you know, small
Yeah.
parties and so on
Yeah.
and so forth. So they closed shop, and then we're like, oh my God, now where are we going to
use.
next?
Yeah, yeah.
So This time we had become so popular.
Yeah.
Everybody in the city knew about us.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
went to Helsinki City.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
told, hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah, yeah.
Another strategy now. Let's go
mm.
to Helsinki City.
Mm.
Helsinki City gave us Gloria, Club Gloria.
Yeah.
But it was quite far.
Far, yeah, true.
It was quite far.
True, true.
So we went and talked to those guys, and they said, you know what? Let's give you a few dates, a few test dates.
yeah.
You know, and surprisingly, because this thing was so huge, surprisingly people came to that club, despite the fact that it wasn't really in
At the
the
center
in the mid of the center. So there was a walking distance. So people showed up. You know, as usual, we were on point. So we held the club for like 3-4 times. You know, and after that initial test contract we had with those guys, they say, you know what, these people, the black people, they have so many fights and so on and so forth. We have to close this down. I was, you know, devastated. I was so, you know, because Gloria wasn't so popular as a venue, and we made it popular.
True.
You know, and these guys, after doing all this work for them, you know, promoting their club and everything, they decided to shut us out, and they were not giving any solid reasons. But their reasons were based on, you know, people are fighting, people are not cooperative.
Of
and
course,
so on and so
that's
forth.
easy to point out. You know, always easy to, if
So
you're able to shut down people, you just
it
take
was very
negative one.
devastating to me
Yeah.
as a person
Yeah.
after, you know, all these years of doing this thing. And then I was like, actually at that time we had also gotten a grant from Helsinki City and the Ministry of Culture
Wow.
and Education. You know, we had gotten some money
Yeah.
from them. So I told these guys, you know what? No, this is absolute racism. I mean, how can you shut us down without any reason? We have sponsorship from Helsinki City. This venue is owned by Helsinki City.
True.
So I told, hey, you know what? I'm going to open up a case on these guys. So I wrote to the Ombudsman of Immigration, and then I also wrote to the Parliamentary Committee.
Whoa.
You know, but as you know, Finland, things take long.
It takes, yeah. And
So,
by that time, you'll be like, okay, thinking
in
of something else to
between,
do.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
In between, as they are making their decision, because we had nowhere else left to go. You know, all these stakeholders, all the club owners, the venue owners, they had shut us down.
It's not quite easy though, but I hope that like now the way Finland is,
Yeah.
I think they are more open, you know, compared to
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But actually, right now there are not so many venues.
Venue, yeah. Yeah.
You know, you
true.
realize that the venues they push us to are not up to standard.
Yeah.
You know, those days we had these
And Baby
major,
Joe is
major
always
venues.
is about quality, man.
Exactly. I
Baby
just,
Joe, it is.
I just don't do,
yes.
you know, in those ramshackle places.
True,
no,
true.
no.
True, true.
You know, it's not worth it because, you know, we also deserve a place in this society as Africans and black people.
That's really cool. I mean, but the question is,
yeah.
can we still bring back Club Swagger? Because
Absolutely.
I'm rooting for this Club Swagger
absolutely.
thing. Like, should be
Yeah,
back.
absolutely. Why not? Why not? We personally, I'm thinking about it. And the other day, DJ Shy Shy was in Finland, you know, for an event here.
And you were able to meet with him?
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
we had
Yeah.
a small chat about it. So I'm yet to see and talk to Raymond Ehi about it.
Yeah.
And then if we get a good venue,
Yeah.
classy venue, then why not?
Yeah.
And also remember that we had started inviting in artists. The very last Club Swagger we had,
Yeah.
we invited
That's true. Yeah.
this
yeah.
guy
Artists
who
playing
has
there. Yeah.
blown up right now. He had a single with Davido. He lives in the UK.
I can't remember his name. I know you. I remember you brought in Mologo.
Mologo, exactly.
Oh,
That's his name. Yeah, Mologo. Yeah. So we had started
Mologo.
bringing in artists and
Yeah,
so on
yeah,
and so
yeah,
forth.
yeah,
So, of course, you know, to answer your question,
Yeah.
with us,
Yes.
anything can happen.
Yes.
Definitely.
You heard it. Club Swagger might come back. Of course, we want it to come back.
As long as we
Just that name only
Yeah.
and the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to Club Swagger.
yeah.
Ha! Chai.
And we actually, because I'm very good at I noticed I'm very good at branding.
Brand, yeah. You are.
So when we came up with the name Swagger, by that time, there were so many songs about swagger. There's the Lil Wayne
And that word was kind of
Exactly.
new at that time.
At
yeah,
that time.
yeah.
So
yeah.
in Finland, we're like, let's run with this.
yeah.
Club Swagger.
Swagger, yeah.
When we were brainstorming, a name Swaggerlicious came up. But we're like, no. Swaggerlicious is too
long.
It's too feminine and
True. Because sometimes I do cover Ebolicious.
Exactly.
I have a Arsenal
Yeah.
T-shirt that's called Ebolicious
Ebolicious.
behind.
Yeah.
So,
But we
True.
came up with
Yeah.
our slogan: sexy, stylish, Swaggerlicious.
True.
So actually, because so many people were trying to copy, because it became so big, so many people were trying to make copycats of this event
Yeah.
in different cities.
I knew.
So we had to trademark it.
I knew then.
So we
Yeah.
trademarked.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was huge.
Yeah,
That's
we
lovely.
Yeah, we trademarked it
Okay.
at the Office of Patent and Registration.
That's so cool.
We trademarked the
Yeah.
name Club Swagger.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
whoever used to come up with something like that,
Yeah.
he has a sister-in-law who is a lawyer,
Yeah.
so she
yeah.
writes to them like, you have
That's
to stop.
true. That's true.
So
yeah.
that is how
Wow.
it. So
That's
we
really
were
great,
quite
yeah.
smart in so many ways.
That's really great.
Yeah,
Truly, I mean, we should bring back that.
yeah,
I'm
the
telling
vibe.
you, that vibe.
The vibe.
We need it. And
Yeah.
that same name, the same people who are
Yeah.
handling the whole thing. I mean, I'm telling you, I think we need that to back,
Yeah.
because it's something. Credit to all those who are doing all the clubs
Mm.
and everything. And Afro Sunday, I'll give credit to them because Afro Sunday now is now like an household name now, that people go to.
Yeah,
And but there's something different about the Club Swagger. That's why I kept on talking about it. That when is it going to? Because there was a time we were discussing about it, and like, wait a minute, it's high time.
it's
it
high
got
time. Yeah,
to come back.
it's high time.
And it's so exciting to see that not just that will be coming back, but you, Baby Joe, will be coming back to
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah.
Like, not in the
I'm still here.
I know. You're in
I'm
the back
still here,
scene.
yeah.
You're in the back scene.
Yeah.
Making the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
but but now we want you back because I know that when you were in music, you were really huge in Uganda,
Yeah.
and people talk about your music a lot and all that. And if you come back, are you gonna also go back into the music scene? Going back to Uganda, of course, because you go there anywhere on a regular basis,
Yeah.
And start the music there, or are you going to record the music here in Finland, or you take it back to
To Uganda.
to Uganda, or you record your music in Uganda?
I've always recorded my music in Finland.
Yeah, you have
You
a
know.
studio.
Yeah.
I remember you had a studio. I
I
don't know.
have
Do you still have the studio?
I lost the place I used to rent.
Okay.
But I have my machines.
Yeah.
So when I say I'm coming, I have everything.
you fully. Please
I-
come back. Please come
I
back.
have everything. Just like Club Swagger. Once
Yes,
we
sir.
get a good spot, good location,
True.
then why not?
Yeah.
Also music, once I get a spot like
Sure.
this, like this studio, then why not? Music is and then to answer your question, music is a passion to me. Events promotion and bringing people together,
Great.
that's also a passion to me. Those are things that I can do in my sleep.
Great. Yeah.
So I think and believe that as long as you're still alive, as long as you're still healthy, you're breathing,
True.
you have the blessings
True.
of God,
Yeah.
then anything can happen.
True. Yeah.
So I
So great,
know.
yeah.
But right now I feel it in myself that you know what, now I need to start doing this. I need to take a break.
Please. But do you know you've not aged at all?
Oh,
You've
yeah?
No, you've not truly. I mean, that name really suits you. If they're still calling you Baby Joe.
The Baby
please,
Joe name,
still be that Baby Joe.
Yeah.
You've not aged at all. As I said, that you don't have any gray hair, nothing. You get what I'm saying? And when I saw you coming, I was like, oh my God,
is this
same.
him?
Oh my God, that I expect that you should be changed right now, but no, you're just the same.
I'm like Shy. Have you seen Shy lately?
Oh my God, that
he
man
never ages.
That one, he never ages. No, Shy does.
Yeah,
he never ages. I was able to see him quickly, before he went into Afro Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have much time and everything. Yeah, I saw him. I'm like, what? This man is old. Look at you.
He never ages.
I mean, that shows that you guys are doing something right. I mean, what is it you're doing right?
First and foremost, I think it comes with the genes. Your genes.
Sure.
And then secondly, you have to have it's your soul. You have to have that vibrant soul. You know? So I have that vibrant soul. I never, I'm that kind of person that tries to avoid conflict.
True, yeah.
You know, I try to stay away from negative energy.
Yeah, great.
You know, I try to smile as much as I can. I try to enjoy the summer, the Finnish summer, as much as I can.
You heard?
You know, because like I said, I'm nowadays mostly in Finland during the summertime. And you have to remember that it's quite short. It's about only 3 months. You know, so although I have this day job that I'm doing, you come from work, you're really tired, but then the sun is still up till midnight.
True.
You know, so I go out there and just sit with a couple of friends, you know, have a chat, have a laugh, and then, so, you know, and then at the end of the day, I also got into fitness. So I jog once in a while.
That's good, yeah.
You know, big up to my brother, Julius Kasule. You know him. I also introduced that one to
yes,
him.
I remember Julius, yeah.
You know,
so he's into fitness. I didn't know.
Yeah. That's what he studied.
Oh, okay.
You know, and he was a professional athlete from America.
I remember he was a professional athlete.
Yeah,
athlete,
from America. He came to Finland, you know, just because his wife and family were Finnish. But you know, he was a professional athlete from Uganda to the United States. So when we came here, you know, when he came here, we got together and he taught me all these things. You know, he inspired me to get into health.
That's great.
You know, and as a young man back then, you know, I wasn't so athletic. You know, I was average. You know, but he sort of like got that fire into me. So right now I'm used to, like, you know, fitness is therapy to me.
Do you take vitamins and all that?
In the winter time, yes.
Yes,
yes,
that's true.
You need to. I realized for many years I used not to, but I realized that, you know what, your body as an African and your mind, your soul, your whole being is not meant for such an environment. So you have to have something to get you going. So I take some vitamin D's and some zinc and
thanks for sharing. You know, I think people that are watching will love to know too. As well.
But mostly keep vibrant.
Yes.
Keep
positivity.
a positive soul.
Yeah,
that is what matters. Don't be grumpy and you know, and so on. I mean, life is full of challenges.
True.
You know, I've had a share of those as you know, as a young boy, ever since I was a young boy. But I decided to say, you know what, you know, life is not going to put me down.
True.
You know, so every time you have a challenge in life, you know, get yourself up and trust and believe that nothing ever happens for no reason. Everything happens for a reason.
True.
You know,
what's your strongest memory in everything that you've accomplished here in Finland?
Oh my God, ever accomplished?
Yeah, or even all around there. Yeah.
Ever accomplished.
Yes.
The greatest. I have a few of them.
Yeah.
But what comes to my mind is maybe the birth of my son.
Whoa, yes.
You know, seeing him.
I remember
when he was so small.
I was your
and looking at him right now.
I was
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So when you see him, you know, so I think it's and one of my greatest achievements especially with him, because he's half Finnish and half Ugandan.
Yeah.
The mother is Finnish.
And he speaks Ugandan.
Yeah, that's
was
what I
so
was getting
lovely.
to. That
Yeah.
one of my greatest achievements was to teach him my
him.
culture and my language.
Yeah, so that's the
You
best
know.
gift we can always ever.
What
ever
else can you give to
it
these
to your
kids
child.
in
Yes.
in Europe?
No,
What
you're right.
else?
No, you're right.
Because they have it
That's
all.
what I said too. Yeah, you know, like even the name itself. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
thank God for my husband that he allowed me to
To give
my children
Nigerian
the
names.
first name. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
and people would not really understand. Maybe especially those who are not living in Finland would not understand the power of culture
Exactly.
in the children's life
Yeah.
and their identity. It's more like their identity.
It's very important.
And because when I've heard people experiences that, you know, what they did or what they should have done,
Yeah.
I took that. That's why people share their experiences. I took that.
Yeah.
And thank goodness I also studied something about early childhood education,
Exactly.
which
Exactly.
I understood the power of language and where they come from, their identity and everything.
Self-esteem, and it's very important to them.
I just imbibed it in my children's life.
And you know, I'm so proud of my son. He's my firstborn, and he's also talented, very talented.
Really?
And right now,
is it taken after you now?
I think he will, though maybe in a different field. He loves acting quite a lot.
Wow. I even thought you were going to bring him today because I have not seen him too for a long
at the
time.
grandmother's. He's at the grandmother's. I tried to convince him to stay. You know, because after this we have a Ugandan, another get-together, Ugandan get-together.
That's something I like about you guys.
One
like,
of our friends
you guys
and
are
the
always
wife.
on point. Yes.
They're having their anniversary. You know, big up to our chairman.
Okay. Is
Anthony
it wedding
Molianti.
anniversary?
Yeah, it's anniversary. But you know, they decided to invite us to their home and
That's great. That's great.
cook for us and stuff.
That's
But anyway,
great,
getting back to my son, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
He's been working. He has a job.
Really?
Yeah, he's been working ever since he was
And
what,
he's just
7 years
13.
old.
What does he do?
He's a voice actor.
Really?
Yeah, so all these big blockbuster cartoons that you see, he voices those.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He voices those, and you know, I'm so proud of him in that way that you
That's
know
beautiful.
he's so much into it. He takes himself to work. He's very responsible about it.
Wow, that's great.
You know, yeah. So from a very young age, because I remember me convincing the mom that we need to take him to this audition. There was one audition for a voice actor doing a documentary for a US best agency, entertainment agency.
Wow, that's
and
great.
you know, they called in very many children, and you know, they chose his voice. I think it was like 5 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah, they chose him, and you know, ever since then they spotted his talent.
That's beautiful.
And you know, also him as a person, you know, he's been, you know, with these mobile phones, you know, with this age, he's always recording himself.
Wow,
and you know,
nice.
playing around with making movies and so and he's now gone to 7th grade.
7th, yeah.
And he's going to an actor's school, you know, somewhere in Pitayamaki. So that's what he
great.
chose. That's what he
great.
wanted.
But that's really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. He
That's
already
what
had
it
the
is.
foundation, and it's just like
Yeah, exactly.
building himself and
Exactly.
continuing from there. I mean,
But I think what got him, I always also used to tell him that, you know what, speaking your mother tongue, Luganda, will help you so much in so many things.
oh, he
You know,
did.
you'll become so much multilingual and so on.
True,
You know, he
true.
speaks very perfect English, which
True.
no one taught him.
True.
You know,
True.
because I always speak to him in Luganda, and the mother
yes.
speaks to him in Finnish. You know, but he's perfect in
That's
in
great.
English.
That's
So,
really great.
yeah.
Yeah. It's so.
So Sema Timber, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Daddy is proud of you, and you know, continue that path.
I'm even proud of him too, you know, because it gives me flashback
Yeah.
to its christening.
Yeah, when he was so small.
So
yeah,
small, and you send this
Unbelievable.
picture.
Yeah.
We still have that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so really
Unbelievable.
nice. Yeah. Any future plans? Any future projects you're hoping for?
In the entertainment industry,
Yeah.
like I said, you know, anything can happen.
yeah.
You know, we personally, I'm hoping to revive my music, like I said, and then to revive a few events.
Great, yeah.
Obviously, every year we're still doing the Maimekula, so the jollof rice.
Of course. Yes.
But you know, getting back into the business. So it's a plan.
That's really
you know,
great,
but everything God decides. You plan, but God decides what you do. But, you know, so it's a future plan. I
really
believe
great,
that I want to get back into music, do something, but it's natural. It's you know, it's a calling.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and just like you, I do a lot of MCing too. You know,
yes,
in the Ugandan community.
You have MC'd for me.
Yeah.
when I had the big party, my daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and yeah, we've always been involved in each other's lives anyway. So
exactly, for a long time.
It's so great to see Uncle Joe here.
Yeah.
And you're also uncle to my children, by the way.
Yeah.
So
I've not seen them in a long time. I'm sure they've grown, but you know, I definitely should make time and come to visit.
Yes.
Although you decided to move out of the metropolitan area.
No, we're still in Usima.
In Usima, yeah.
We're still in Usima. Okay. It's just that we moved away from the noisy.
Kilometers. No, a bit of kilometers away from the city, right?
Yes, we just moved away from the noisy environment.
Yeah. No, but one memory, you know, that I always have with you is that the invite one day you gave me, and we went to this shooting range. You remember?
Yes.
I was like,
do you know? I thought about that, like maybe I should do it for my birthday.
That was
because that was a birthday. Yeah. And we were like, I've forgotten how many. Were we 20 or something?
Yeah,
we were more than that. Then we started.
What is that game called again?
That's game of this. I don't know what it is. Is it pitball? No, it's not pitball. This shooting thing with
the colors and everything.
Yeah, with colors.
Yeah. You should have gone and
Yeah, with colors. Yes, it was really nice. It was a great.
So always, you know, when I was hiding myself and I was looking out for a bull, I need to shoot.
I'm
this
always
hen.
having something. Yes, I know. Like
it was quite fun.
Even my birthday, you know, I'm gonna be. Anyway, I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
no, but that is something. It's a tremendously you know memorable event.
Thank you.
So something like that would be great.
Yeah. All right. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Joe Keeps, aka Baby Joe. Now Uncle Joe will be back.
Yes.
Well, let's not say we'll be back. He is back.
Back in
for
the game.
him to be here, he is back in the scene.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm really appreciative. I'm thankful that you are here.
Yeah.
I am thankful that you gracefully answered my questions.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for the years of friendship we had, and thank you also for the contribution you have given to the society as well. Yes. So
thank you so much, definitely, for hosting me.
Yes, you're welcome.
When you mentioned this to me,
yeah,
you know, I was like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I know that somewhere deep inside of you, you're like, will he make it? Will he accept?
Because it's been,
you know, but
I don't know, you know, because, you know, when I said that, it's been a while. I didn't know your mindset at this time, you know, like, so I was so happy that even when I gave you a call last 2 weeks, I mean, you picked up the call. I was like,
but remember, you've always been a sister to me.
Of course, I know.
You know, you're one of those people.
You know, you're so busy.
Even when I'm in Uganda, I'm in the traffic.
I still have your Uganda number.
I'm
by
riding
the way.
what Okada? You call it Okada, right?
Okada. Yes.
I'm on Okada. A boy is calling me, and I'm like, "Hey, madam, I'm on Okada."
I know.
I'll call you like. I mean, those small things, you know, they mean a lot. So you know, and so much that we've shared, you know, and every time we're together, you know, we have a lot of fun. You know, you're free-spirited.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Know, so I always look forward to. I know that, you know, you're so busy with motherhood.
Yes.
You know, with the children.
I'm busy.
That you have,
yes.
You know, but thank you for keeping this thing going.
Oh.
Thank you for keeping the scene.
Thank you.
You know, for our brothers and sisters in Finland.
Thank you.
You know, 'cause you're the people that are still holding it up.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, so
thank you.
but right now, I am also back to join forces.
Yes, you
join forces.
He
so
is
thank
back.
you. Yeah.
This is official from What's Popping with
Yeah.
Ebon. This is official. Baby Joe is
Yeah.
back. You heard?
The king of Helsinki, yeah? The king.
Okay, the king.
Big up to my brothers, Ugandan brothers,
Yes,
that we're
sir.
going to meet together
Yes, sir.
with
Yes,
later.
sir. Yes, sir. Say
Herbert,
hi to them for me when you see
DJ
them.
Hester.
Yes, sir. Greet them for me. All
Mr.
of them.
Ndugwa Kakensa.
Greet all of them.
Anthony, Julius Kasule.
Yes,
all of them people.
Junju.
All the summer
Yes,
vibes people.
Yes, yes.
And of course, not forgetting my Ugandans back home in Kampala.
Yes,
my nephew,
yes,
Chigundu. He
yes,
loves me so much.
Yes, sir.
I
can
love
see.
him. I love him back too.
Yeah. That's
You
great.
know, my family
That's great.
and everybody.
That's
everybody.
great. So nice to have you here on JC Radio. And for me to you all, have a great and a wonderful Saturday. So join me in the next time on What's Popping. And till then, enjoy this music. And bye for now.
I swear you bad. I swear you bad.
The most wanted mix.
Sugar daddy, yeah, dilly dally, yeah. Puff puff pass, my Mary Jane. I'm high on life, wanna meditate. So allow me, make I enjoy life. 'Cause problem not the finish, oh. Every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh. I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So pass me the dutchie. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Pass me the dutchie. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.